versus Watford at home, obviously the rearranged game from Boxing Day, and after four bad performances back to back, three back to back L's, no goals. Honestly, this game worries me, like every game, because this should be an easy 3 points on paper. The 9 points are available in March. They're all against pretty bad sides, albeit sides all change managers. But I'm not really confident for any of them, even when you look at the table and where Watford are. Watford have improved since Roy Hodgson's come in. Based on, he came in on 25th of January, and when you look at the Premier League table since then, Watford would be 15th, only a point behind us, or they are in this time period only a point behind us. Obviously, they played an extra game. I guess that shows more about us than Watford, I guess. But they've had a couple of okay results. I watched their game against Man United. Obviously, they're still 19th. I thought they were pretty good against Man United. I watched the game against Arsenal. Again, I thought they were pretty good against Arsenal as well. Watford are the complete opposite of us. Like, their defence is questionable, let's say. But their attack, they do have fast players. They do play decent, okay football. Josh King, Cucho Hernandez, João Pedro, Manuel Dennis, Ismail Assar. There are players there that can do stuff. The fact that Watford have got a guy on 9 goals in Emmanuel Dennis, we've still only got 2 players on 5 goals. The only other team with that is Everton with Damari Gray. Like, our attack's so dysfunctional, man. I did a video on that yesterday if you want to go watch that. But this is the lineup I would pick. I get why people want us to switch to a back 4, but that will never happen. I'd be stunned if that happened. It'd be fun if it does. I forgot what seeing a back 4 at Wolves even looks like, to be honest. It hasn't happened since Paul Lambert, really. But I think he's going to stick with back 5. Rain Aït-Nouri has to play. We need some ball progression, man. Like, I've got nothing against Marcel, and I don't know if Aït-Nouri is one of those young players that Bruno was moaning about. Maybe that's why he's got dropped for Marcel the last 2 games. Maybe. But I don't care if his attitude's not good enough. He's better than Marcel. And when you're playing at home against Watford, you need someone that can carry you up the pitch. I'd be stunned if Aït-Nouri didn't play. I don't mind Marcel away from home against Everton, I guess. I could put up with that, maybe. But Aït-Nouri has to play this game. Right back, I assume it's Johnny. I assume Keanu Hervey is injured. If he isn't, I would start Keanu Hervey. Like, everyone was getting really annoyed about Keanu Hervey, and I understand why. I understand why people are annoyed, especially about the work ethic thing. But he's a kid, man. He's come from 2 big academies in Ajax and Liverpool. He's probably got a bit of an ego. And again, he's a kid. Like, we bought him when he was 18. We spent a lot of money on him. We spent, 7-8 million on him. He probably thought he'd play more. I can understand that. Like, there's cut games where he's not played. I can understand why he's a bit annoyed. If that's his work ethic, then fair enough. He needs to work on that himself. But I can understand why he's frustrated a little bit. And I don't actually think he's been as bad as some of our fans have made out. He's probably started 7-8 games for Wolves over the last 2 years, and he was good against Man United last season. Excuse me, he was good against Chelsea like a month or 2 ago. I'm not that down on Keanu Hervey. I think he's fine. You probably just need to slap her on the wrist, really. This is what happened with Morgan Gibbs-White. Everyone was going in on Morgan Gibbs-White saying he's not good enough, his attitude's a disgrace. Everyone was beefing with his girlfriend on Twitter, and he broke lockdown rules. And now everyone's twerking for him and wants him back. So I don't know. I don't really have an issue with Keanu Hervey. I'm sure it will get sorted out behind the scenes. I'm not going to go in on a kid and write him off when he's just turned 20. That's just me, though. But Johnny, I assume, will play this game. The only concern with this is, that Everton game is Sunday at 2:00. So Johnny surely can't play back-to-back games, right? And if Keanu Hervey's not back, which I assume he won't be if he's pulled his hamstring, I don't know what Wolves are going to do. There's no way Johnny can play 90 minutes, let alone back-to-back 90 minutes in 3 days. So I don't really get what Wolves do. Do they play Chiquinho there and just kind of go for it? Do you play Trincao there or something? Do you stick a centre-back there? Maybe Aït-Nouri at right wing-back, Marcel left. I don't really know what's going on there. But I guess in this game you just have to take it game at a time, and this is the home game, so you'd rather have Johnny. I've gone for midfield 3 just 'cause I think we need more control, man. I don't see the point in having 2 midfielders. I just don't think. I think it's got a bit dry. The reason I put Kundl in there over Dendoncker is just because it's a home game. I want people that are actually good on the ball and can actually make a pass. I don't know if Luke Kundl is that. I've only watched him once, but I know Dendoncker isn't. That's not an insult. I'd probably play him against Everton, but in this game at home where you want high possession numbers, you want to be able to carry the ball, I'd back Luke Kundl to do that more than Giammattino. And he was good against Tottenham, and that was our last good performance, really. We weren't even that good against Leicester. So why not? Look, we're not finishing any higher than 8th. I think everyone's accepted that. But we're probably not going to finish any lower either. Southampton are 5 points behind us, played the same. Palace have played a game more. Villa have got a game in hand, I guess. But I'd be stunned if we drop below 8th. So why not blood Luke Kundl? This is what we should have done last season. We should have blooded with people like Luke Kundl and Max Kilman earlier. I'd rather see him get a chance. And then up front, I don't really care who plays. I'm just kind of at that point where I don't really trust any of our attackers, especially at home. Like our home record's terrible. As we've got, well, it's not. I suppose we've got 6 points left, but it's not great. Watford's away record is actually better than their home record, which is a concern. But yeah, you have to play Podence. He's the only guy that actually looks like he can create a chance. As irritating as these to watch sometimes. Then the reason I put Raul Jimenez in there just because Watford are going to play a low block. I think you need his physicality. There's not going to be space to run in behind, and I think that's what Fabio Silva's good at. I'd probably play him away at Everton. You know, Everton keep playing a high line under Frank Lampard, and they're going to have to like go for the win against us. Otherwise, they'll probably get relegated. So I'd rather play Fabio Silva away at Goodison and keep Jimenez for this game. And Jimenez isn't terrible. As much as people act like he's finished, he's not completely finished. He should be able to do a job against Watford. Plus, he has a good record against Watford. He always seems to score against them. Even in the cup set, actually, let's not speak about the cup semi-final, but that'd be the lineup I'd go with. Just try and control the ball, try and get the wing backs higher, because we've missed Reina, Nuri, Nelson, Semedo so much. Hopefully Keanu Herbert's back, but I assume he won't be. I'd just play the midfield three, because I don't see the point in playing a front three. Like, if we played a front three, let's just pretend that's like Trincao or something. I don't really see what the point is. Like, all our attackers, I spoke about this in that video I did yesterday, but I don't really see what the point in playing three attackers is when all your attackers are out of form. You might as well just pack out the midfield and kind of just get the ball higher at the pitch. Like, we barely have the ball in the penalty box. There's a reason, like, we've only had, one penalty this season. You know, we've got the third lowest shots in the Premier League. Watford have had more shots than us, man. Like, and I don't know. I just think that I'm bored of 3-4-3 now, to be honest. And plus, I think Neves works better in a 3. You'd want Luke Cundle in a 3 if you're going to, like, start him in a tough Premier League game. So yeah, that'd be what I'd go with. I do think we'll win. Like, surely we have to win this game, but if we don't, it could be a slippery slope, and maybe we'll drop below 8th, and that would be a bit of a disappointment. But if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, peace.